I was in junior year of high school when this happened, a day that started out completely normal but ended with me running for my life. It was gym class, late November. The air was crisp, the sky gray. After an intense game of basketball, I was drenched in sweat and ready to get out of my gym clothes. I made my way to the boys' locker room to change, but the moment I stepped inside, I knew something was off. The lights were out. Pitch black. That was weird. The locker room never had power issues. Then I noticed something even stranger. The back door, the one that opens into the rear field behind the school, it was wide open. That door was always locked shut. A cold breeze blew in, and I instinctively rubbed my arms. It was November, and the chill cut deep. Still, I told myself not to overthink. Maybe the janitor left it open by mistake. I walked quietly toward my locker, feeling uneasy, and began changing. That's when I saw it. A foot. Under the row of lockers on the other side. Just a shoe, barely sticking out from the shadows. I paused. Was someone else in here? I almost said something. But then, a voice whispered from the darkness. Don't move. Don't make a sound. The tone was low, angry, and wrong. It wasn't a teacher. It wasn't a student. My blood ran cold. We don't have speakers in the locker room, so I had no idea that the rest of the school had already been alerted about a suspicious man on campus. But I was alone. Trapped. The front door was on his side. But the back door, the one wide open, was near me. I made a decision in seconds. I slowly picked up my gym clothes, as if nothing was wrong, and crept backward toward the open door. My heart was pounding so hard, I thought he might hear it. Then I ran. I sprinted through the back door, out into the open, and toward the woods behind the school. As I reached the tree line, I heard it. Bang! A gunshot. I didn't stop running. I dove behind a massive fallen tree and lay flat, my chest heaving, trying not to make a sound. The cold earth pressed into my skin, but I didn't care. I don't know how long I stayed there. Time blurred. But finally, in the distance, I heard sirens. Police cars. Lots of them. That's when I got up and ran toward the flashing red and blue lights. I told them everything, the voice, the foot, the open door, the gunshot. They searched the area for hours. But they never found the man. No prints. No weapon. Nothing. Just an open door, and a single bullet hole in the brick wall of the locker room. Sometimes, I still wonder what would have happened if I hadn't looked under that locker. Or if I hadn't run. I was in 6th grade when this happened, a memory burned so deep, I still get chills thinking about it. It was the last day before vacation, the day every kid counts down to. Teachers had already given up on lessons. We were joking half asleep during our history class, which, let's be honest, always felt like it lasted forever. The class was about to end when something strange happened. The intercom crackled, followed by the voice of our principal. Students and staff, this is a lockdown. This is not a drill. For a second, we were confused. Then, our history teacher's face went pale. She rushed to the door, locked it, then closed the blinds and windows, her hands trembling. Everyone, to the corner. Now, she whispered harshly. We ran to the back of the room, huddled together in silence. You could hear soft sobs, the squeak of shoes on tile. That's when we heard it. Bang. Someone was hitting a door hard. Bang. Bang. Then we heard a voice. Low, garbled, gibberish we couldn't understand. It didn't sound drunk. It didn't sound normal. It sounded wrong. He was moving. Down the hallway. Closer. Each classroom he passed, another loud bang. And then, he reached ours. He started pounding on our classroom door like he wanted to rip it off the hinges. 2 girls couldn't hold it in anymore. They screamed. And that made everything worse. We were already on the edge. Their screams made the tension explode. Some of us cried. Some of us froze. I remember clenching my fists, heart pounding like it wanted out of my chest. Bang. 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 It felt like the door would give in any second. Then, shouting. From outside. Drop the weapon.
Your weapon. Put your hands on your head.
Police.
And get down on the ground.
Get on the ground. Hands where we can see them. Everything happened so fast. The cops wrestling a man to the ground in the hallway. He was screaming nonsense. Later, we found out he had attacked a woman at the front desk, then somehow got past security into the hallway. He wasn't a parent. Not a staff member. He was a mentally unstable man, completely disconnected from reality. The school had already called our parents. My mom was crying when she came to pick me up. She hugged me tighter than ever. By the grace of God, no one was hurt that day. But I'll never forget the sound of that banging, the screams, or the way it felt to be just a kid, hiding in a classroom, praying that the door would hold. Since then, the word lockdown never felt the same again.